She was paid to make certain responses. She was having difficulty following those directions. I cannot explain the actions of a intoxicated individual who's on PCP. She's saying, "Don't touch me." She's not screaming, she's not crying, she's not sobbing.
Lawrence Bittaker, with an IQ of 138, dragged high school girls into his van. With the help of his partner, Roy Norris, they murdered their victims by twisting a coat hanger around their neck with a pair of pliers. They bludgeoned their victims with a sledgehammer, punched their breasts in order to, and I quote, beat them back into her chest. Bittaker would insert pliers into his victim's private area and grab whatever he could and rip out pieces of flesh. When his tape recording of one murder was played in court, people rushed outside and vomited.
I've just never heard anything like that in my life. I've never heard screams like that. I don't know. It was bad.
Why did you come down here today?
To hear the tape. I had asked someone what was on it, and someone that had heard it said that mostly it was screams. I've heard screams.
Proceed. Were you prepared for what you heard?
No, not for that.
Why did you choose to attend?
Devastated. I never felt so close to being faint in all my life. I prosecuted people. I prosecuted them for murder, rapes. But I just can't believe it.
Mr. Norris and another party took turns raping her. Mr. Norris killed her with 2 hammer blows to the head.
You ever seen that young lady in person?
No, sir.
You ever taken any photographs of this young?
No, sir. If she was bound and gagged as Mr. Norris states, she wouldn't be able to hit me. She was paid to make certain responses. She was having difficulty following those directions. I cannot explain the actions of a intoxicated individual who's on PCP. She's saying, "Don't touch me." She's not screaming, she's not crying, she's not sobbing. Mr. Norris was interested in having the sounds of domination or fear. I wanted some sounds of pillow talk or kind of dirty talk. I just told her I liked hearing that type of thing, and I didn't have a tape at that time of such a thing, so I asked her if she would make one for me.